Hi, it's Monica here. Hope y'all are doing well, staying home if you can, masking up if you're out and about. I just want to say hi, introduce a new series that I'm going to be doing, a video series, being that we're not able to have our open events right now, or it's just not safe to do so. I'm going to just go ahead and jump on the video bandwagon and start creating some videos for you so that I can interact with you in some way. Talk about my art and the things I'm making, you know, because I like talking, as you probably know. Also, I'd like to answer questions if you have any, or just share my experiences with my art journey. And mostly, I'm going to try and remember the questions that I've been asked in the studio. There's always somebody who asks something that that gets me talking about my art, as I like to talk about. And I like to encourage people to ask questions, whether it be to myself or other artists. Artists love talking about their art, and they're really, you know, that saying about there is no stupid question. I mean, yeah, some are stupid, let's be honest, but I don't care. I like even answering the stupid ones because I have a good time. I love interacting with people. I like that people can open up to me, and if they've never asked an artist a question and I make them comfortable enough to ask something, I'm happy to educate them about whether it be my art or anything having to do with art in general. The last question that I remember that somebody asked me, the last event we had in June, was when a patron walked into the studio, and I'm pretty sure he'd never been there before because of what he asked and his reaction. He walked around, started looking around and the different pieces of artwork, and eventually when he made his way to me, he said, you know, can I ask you a question? I said, absolutely. And he said, what do you call this? You know, he basically wanted, he was like, what is this? You know, he said he'd never seen anything like this before. And so of course I started babbling on and on about, you know, my doodling and how I started with sort of like a pointillism style and eventually led up to what I'm doing now. So that's basically what I'm going to answer more in detail in the next video. I'm going to be talking about an older piece that is, let's see if I can get it in the shot here. You can see some of it. There it is. I'll be talking about that piece and showing it in more detail in all of it. It's a bigger one. And because that one was done in my older style. So I'll be talking about that piece, and eventually I'll do a couple of videos explaining how eventually I got to the style that I paint in now. I think it's very important that we as artists kind of document our journeys for ourselves and also for anybody interested in knowing about their art, and so that anybody, in case somebody joins them on the journey, they can continue on along and see the progression of work and style and hopefully growth, right? And so that's what I'm going to be talking about. That piece, by the way, is called Penetration. Not that kind of penetration. I'll explain the title and kind of where I was in my life a little bit. More importantly, where I was in my art journey. And so feel free to ask questions in the comments, or if you want any suggestions that you have about video content that you'd like to see. You know, I'm happy to accommodate and answer questions. And hopefully I'll get better at making videos. Thanks, y'all. Maybe a glass of wine will help on the next video. Hope you're safe. That's all for now, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. This is the piece I'll be talking about in my next video. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to ask, or about any other piece, or about anything. Thanks.